What of the future? It's come up a few times in conversation about how the youth of today must be thinking or feeling towards the future. Their own, and the collective one being steamrolled towards us. But I've now seen talk of it online too, meaning it's not just me speculating, or wondering what they are making of it all. Obviously we were all younger once, with hopes, dreams and fears for what our life would bring and how it would play out. But that was when we only really had ourselves and immediate surroundings and people to worry about, where it was your fears that would hold you back, not the whole of the societal infrastructure that has developed to make life harder to navigate than it ever was, now making it seem that we are the animals in a zoo, being caught, herded, tagged and processed for purpose. But the reality of a restricted future is already upon us, and has been for decades, and I've written before on the housing market structure in What You See Here, and how it was heading this way, trying to tie people into debt via mortgage, making single living unsustainable, and pretty much unsustainable without two incomes, economically forcing people's life decisions. And the whole time the government was there to offer you incentives to overlook this process, handouts and benefits, top-ups and schemes, to try and keep at bay what was quite obvious. They are pricing people out of being able to live by their own means. If you are not allowed to work and feed yourself, then what? You wait for the government to tell you what you can do, or are allowed. Employment and living arrangements have been orchestrated for quite some time in this country. A working strategy covered that a bit, and how they will keep holding us back as necessary. But those are articles looking at the past, and how we got here rather than really taking into account what people are going through. Grieving for a life that won't be, and for lives that are no more. A different trajectory touched on it, about how people are now going in a completely different direction through circumstance, not choice. And many have faced that in their life, being steered a certain way, or of having rules imposed for life decisions. Some of them we didn't even notice anymore, as they have been with us for so long. Yet they dictate how, what, where, and who usually. Your age, height, colour, sex, aptitude, and all the other differences we have between people have been cause for categorisation and limitations, rather than for anything genuinely positive. People often have a propensity of mulling over what has come before, and equally to try and work out what is to come, wondering what if, or maybe, or perhaps. I don't doubt that now would be any different, but there are a few more what ifs, new thoughts and fears introduced, and the stakes seem so much higher than they did before. It changes the way people think, and will in turn change the way they act, conditioning us for a new phase of society, and for that to work, the old must go. Old ways, thoughts, ideas, systems, structure, and ideals, being replaced with new ones, and as I have said with cash, it is with a strange irony we fight to keep things which were part of the first phases of enslavement. But I understand we know no different. For hundreds of years now we have been involved in the game, and now they want to change the rules. It seems people want to keep playing the old game. But imagine, if you can, a world without being part of any game, not being a pawn or commodity, of just being able to actually live and think normally and be responsible for you and yours. I wonder what that would be like.